It's the place to be, you're gonna get to know. Restaurants and movies appear, amusement parks and ocean piers, war built and loved by family. Atlantic City's face, a changing place, time to lead the way. You want to see the old become the new, remember yesterday. Rolling chairs and trolley cars, Ferris wheels and movie stars, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City star shines near and far, you can see its glow. You get some sand in your shoes, shells in your hand, it's the place to go. Beauty pageants and parades, cotton candy taffies made, boardwalk built and loved by families. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground.
Hello, and welcome to the Postcard Show. I'm Joseph Polillo, your host. It's John Polillo, your co-host. No split screen, we're identical twins. We flip postcards of Atlantic City, past, present, and future tense. We talk about construction, architecture, and land area. We'd like everybody to turn your VCRs on. I appreciate you tuning in. Move close to your television set. Call a friend also. We'd like to thank the people that have been putting this show together, including John, who helps me very much. What we'd like to do is thank Travis Holliday for being a program consultant, Simone Trine for assisting me. We wish you would read the credits at the end of the show. We have an engineer that's doing a fine job for us, over 26 shows now, going on to 26 shows. And we hear there's a lot of people tuning in, excuse me, and we'd like to have you tape the program, get it to people that are at home with home care, nurses, libraries.
Well, the shows in the past were about the past, and this show here in particular, we're going to show you the ultra-modern card, the card of the 90s right now with the casinos in Atlantic City, and that's what we're going to do.
We're going to run through these cards. We do about 80 cards a show.
Got to show you what happened to the pier first. So we're ready to go. And Eric, our engineer, has dropped one in there on us.
Bounce that right in there.
You notice the shot is the same as the 18 and 1900s, but the difference is the pier has been made very modern. You can see Ocean One laid right in here. Captain Young's home used to be right here when it was the $1 Million Pier, and the reason it's called Ocean One is because he was #1, Atlantic Ocean.
Now we're going to the modern era. The postcards are still on the boardwalk, sold on the stands in the different shows. There was a unique one around 78 to 82. It's a cute postcard. Got Atlantic City. We have more moderns.
It says year-round, night and day fun. That just happened recently, 24-hour gambling.
The Showboat
There's
card.
the modern Showboat card, which was where the Globe Theater stood years ago.
Some Showboat, some ham, maybe some guy left over from the Globe Theater has a lot of money today. There's the Trump Plaza. You know, these individuals have some money.
Right.
Who are those dealers?
That's Columbia Place and the Boardwalk and Mississippi Avenue.
Now, some of these cards, if you're a postcard collector, are also old and unique because the statuses have changed. If you see on there, it says Atlantis, I believe, or Elsinore. What does it say?
I think it says Atlantis on this particular card. It's had 4 names already, I'm pretty sure. Now it's the Trump Regency. Here's the Convention Hall. So if you know your history of Atlantic City, right from the Crane Building to Bellevue Avenue, they put in a hotel which originally was going to be a Hilton, and then it became a penthouse, a Playboy,
I'd like to call attention to this Dipsticks 2 here.
Right, here's
Still there.
Dipsticks.
Dipsticks 2. The first one was on $1 Million Pier. What we got to do is speed it up.
When we were kids, they had a model home back here on Bellevue and the Boardwalk right here.
There you go.
That's
What's it say on there?
the Brighton, which is now the Sands, which 100 years earlier was the Brighton Hotel.
Is today the Sands.
There's the Sands at night, which may be gobbled up by Hilton. He's got the Claridge. He's got from North Carolina in the Boardwalk all the way down to Ocean One, possible right now as we
While we speak, I think Hilton would also own that. That's even called Hilton Grand now today.
It's already the Hilton. It was the Valley Grand. It was the Golden Nugget. And now there's a big, large piece here. This is already a T now. Top of the T and out to Montpelier.
So Hilton would own this?
He would also acquire Caesars in the deal. This now is a Planet Hollywood in here, I think. The pier is across the street, Ocean One.
He'd own that?
He would also own that if they acquire Caesars.
They also own that.
They've also bought that. They've bought everything.
Here they are early at Caesars.
There you go, Caesars Boardwalk Regency.
Big addition going on right there at that intersect at Arkansas and the Boardwalk.
Right, this originally was where the roller coaster was in front of the $1 Million Pier in the 1800s.
All right, let's just flip some. Here's a Penthouse. Then we had him in the news recently again. Penthouse is now the Trump World's... No, that's not the World's.
It was the Holiday Inn along with the Four Seasons. They were going to connect them. That fell through. And now it's... Trump got it, and it's part of his Trump Plaza.
Wow.
He's got from, Missouri and the Boardwalk all the way over to Bellevue. There's the Ocean
Things are
One,
changing.
the old $1 Million Pier. You can see it laid right in here. You can see that this was, what was that, Playboy at the time. Here's the Trump Plaza built. He also acquired this old Holiday Inn. He put that in with it. Here's a close-up.
A little bit different. Whoop.
Here's a close-up.
Got it. Thank you. Pardon me. Moving right along.
All right.
Let's just flip them in. Don't pay any attention to the price on there. It's
And
not
there's
true.
resorts.
We got this one, that one. Here's a little earlier. Casino era starting up.
Boardwalk and Park Place when Valley was in without their tower, the Claridge and the Sands.
That's the city card there. Different cards. How about this? How beautiful have they built these places? That's the Golden Nuggets lobby, I believe.
Which was the Valley Grand, which is now the
Hilton Grand.
Hilton.
Here's the inside of that beautiful place again. And you know what it is? These were the ones that they kept small. People probably remember this. Can't stand the tram on the Boardwalk, but one of the casinos tried to put that up there.
Right, when they opened Playboy, they were all Playboy bunnies in here.
So what I want to do now is
And here's in front of the Valley Park Place, the way they did it up front.
I don't know if
They also had in front of the Claridge the beef eaters type British situation.
I know one of the ladies.
We know these people. They're local people. I think this one girl is Monica Ray, who grew up in Venice Park. Right?
Yeah. This one's for sale. Or the theme is for sale, or something like that.
Trump Castle is going to become something else. They've changed the names. It appears at this late date
Yes.
that only 6 casinos will be in the city of Atlantic City, right?
6 companies.
6 companies will have all the acreage. And here's the old $1 Million Pier is the Ocean One.
Wow. It's
You
pretty
can see the
interesting.
convention hall right here. You see Trump's got from here to here.
Large.
And that's the way that goes.
Atlantic City really is large. Now we'll go to some real large photographs. When they made these photographs, a new postcard, see it this large, I don't think the people like it. They don't fit in the books right.
They don't even go through the mail properly. It used to be a 3x5 card. I think these are 4x5. And it sort of fouls up the, I think it's too large. I don't think the people like it at all. But these are fiberglass boats.
Van Dyne boats.
Van Dyne fiberglass. There's in front of the Valley Park Place, a larger card.
There's the side.
There it is at night during the sunset from the Boardwalk and Park Place.
There's that train again. That's gone.
Right.
That was when Playboy was there, right? Another Gold Nugget card put out. Very pretty. It's not the Gold Nugget Valley Grand anymore.
Right.
It's Hilton Grand. Here's Caesars on the floor up near the Boardwalk.
There's the floor at Caesars as you come in the main door.
And they're still saying that.
I should be home soon, he says.
Right on. Here's a rendition of Lorena.
He shouldn't have a shirt on because he probably lost his shirt.
Kentucky in the Boardwalk.
Kentucky in the Boardwalk, that hasn't been realized as of yet.
Here's some initial photos in the beginning of the beach.
Here's how the beach still looks. The beach never changes.
The beach.
It's
Yeah,
the
it
other
does.
side of the Boardwalk that changes. Well, it changes, but I'm talking about what a beach looks like.
We're losing that beach.
This is back before gambling.
Well, as gambling began, see,
Right.
the Mayflower is gone.
Right, this is Central Pier, Young's original pier with Young's Hotel and the Space Needle, Haddon Hall.
Shell Pont.
There it is again, the Haddon Hall. This is the main tent of the lifeguards.
This is back a little bit when there was a Zabers.
Zabers, that's been torn down. That doesn't exist anymore. Here's the Space Needle.
Here's a good one before the hotel at the Boardwalk. Before
Right.
Eisenhower Playboy.
This particular piece here was left for Hilton at the time, back in the 60s, and they did nothing. They just laid there until...
Well, they were denied in the beginning also at the marina area. It wasn't Hilton involved in trying to get in, and they got bummed out. Now they're back.
denied their license. You can see the electric company back here had its stacks. That's all gone.
Here's the back of the house.
There it is from the back bay, from the marina. You can
Pretty
see
wild
the
shot.
Baltic Plaza. You can see the Claridge. You can see the Sands. See the Madison and the Park Lane.
Where's that big flag? I don't see that big flag flying there. There's the Gardner's Basin, where we just had a wonderful event and may have it again, radio talk.
Here's the Flying Cloud right here. They just had a very good event of everyone that calls talk radio in the area.
That's the restaurant Flying Cloud. There is the Flying Cloud.
Here is actually the replica of the Flying Cloud. Now, Champ Hoffman and Nina Taylor had their great party. Almost 800 people showed up at that event in the pouring rain. But that's how they redid Bacharach Field. We have an old picture you'll see in future shows.
All those homes you see in the foreground there across Parkside Avenue are gone.
This is all gone.
It's all New Harbor Cove running back uptown.
Remember the Nightcap Bar and Lounge used to be right here?
Remember this? Just to bring it back to there?
Yeah, I remember that.
You know? And here's a real beautiful photo. Postcard. Look at
There,
that.
look at that. That was the resort's property. Resorts and their resorts, which
We know what.
Crosby died and Trump picked up on resorts, and then he sold it to Merv, and then he built the Taj Mahal, and Showboat came in up here. If you look at these properties, this was the Islesworth Hotel property. Actually, the Taj Mahal takes up about 14 hotel properties of Virginia Avenue, both sides of Pennsylvania and Virginia, both sides of states and up to Delaware. And then the Showboat, which is on the site of the Globe Theater.
And further up.
Behind Showboat is vacant land where the St. Charles was, and vacant land where the
Well, MGM's going in there.
MGM's grabbing from that side of the Showboat all the way uptown. And when we say grab, they're grabbing it, because some of them aren't paying for it. They're just...
Here's a new card just out. Just got it. Now, you can do the same if you want to be a postcard collector. The Midtown Valley may come down on the next bow.
Midtown
Everything's
Valley was going to be sold or bought by the Sands and moved into the thing. If Hilton grabs that, he's got it. You can go right uptown with this card. Here's now the Hilton, the Ocean Club,
Here's a better shot.
Tropicana.
That's
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. That's the card behind us on the wall, too.
Right. There it goes, right uptown. A little water too close to the wood here. But you notice Brigantine's built up back here. We'll show you postcards in future shows where there's nothing but water back here. Because that T-jetty there, all that sand would be here, but Brigantine stole it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Say that.
yes, people in real estate over there made a bundle. Here's how it looked just a few years ago. This is Chicken Bone Beach that you've heard about in the past. Here's Caesars. Here's the Holiday Inn, which became part of Trump's property.
Well, let's flip.
There's a nice shot. Look at that. The old Dennis wing is still here. Bally's got his tower up.
Can have a second tower, you know.
Right. The Brightness just became the Sands. What is Kentucky Avenue is
Atlantic.
called the Rendezvous?
It was called the Atlantic Palace. It's now called, it's a Ramada, I think.
Right, it stands on the site of the old Hotel Jackson where the Fort Pitt was, where Lillian Reese and Mud Floriani did their thing.
I hear you.
There's Boardwalk and Park Place.
The gymnasium.
Right. No
That's
tower.
without the tower, right. There's the Caesars. That's a Caesars rooms. That
Here.
one there. That's Caesars, right.
Right.
And then you have Penthouse and Trump Plaza. Here's the front that used to light up the boardwalk, so to speak.
Right.
The sun would reflect off those golden things and start cigarette butts on fire inside the boards.
Arkansas or Arkansas on the Boardwalk.
That's now Planet Hollywood.
You go, they also put a statue there for a
That's
number of
gone.
years of Caesar.
Right.
And you go right in there now for Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, they should put those Roman dresses on the men inside that place, too. Here's at nighttime. That's the original Caesars.
Boardwalk, Regency.
Right. Howard Johnson's formerly.
Before the fire.
Before the fire.
Because then they put grading across the front.
Different place. There's Trop World, now called.
Tropicana.
Every postcard that has a change on it becomes like a bad stamped penny or something.
This is Iowa in the Boardwalk. This is where the Bath Turk Gambling Casino was. This is the Ambassador. This is the Ocean Club.
Just jumping around. There's that Caesar's front door after the glass.
Right. Same piece again. They took the glass that was igniting the Boardwalk on fire and reflections, and they put this gentleman here.
You say reflections. I have another reflection. All the cars and trucks and everybody that jumps that boardwalk to get on that Ocean One pier, there should be a tunnel under there.
This should be where they build a tunnel, not on Horace Bryant Drive. The tunnel should be under here so that these pedestrian people that come to dig the boardwalk don't have to stop for automobile traffic.
Like Steel Pier, as it goes under and up and on.
Should be a tunnel.
Planning and development should have been on that. That's not political. We're just talking what's proper. Too many trucks mixing with the people trying to walk on the
They're
boardwalk.
calling it I-95 in the Boardwalk. There's 135 trucks a day for the 125 shops.
What's that? Remember the cement truck fell through the boards and had to leave all its cement under there?
There's a shot looking west from the Ocean One pier. You can look all the way down past Convention Hall, all the way down to 5500 Boardwalk. In fact, here's the, what is that, the Oxford?
Well, down around that way, there used to be 500 yards of beach out to the water.
Oh, yeah.
Look how pathetic it is now. After they put the geotubes in.
There's a night shot of the Boardwalk at Arkansas and the Boardwalk. Ocean One and Caesars.
Hello, here's another one, night one. I think this is the same photo, but a little bit better, maybe.
No, it's looking uptown. The other one was looking downtown.
Oh. Pretty pictures. Postcard.
There
You
it
can
is
buy
in
them
the
on the
daytime.
boardwalk. Look at that.
Same shot. Daytime. Showed at night again.
Where's that at? Back here?
Right underneath it. There's
Oh,
at night and day.
Night and day. Yeah. How about that one?
There's a shot looking west on the Boardwalk.
They're building where that construction wall is right now on the right. They're building a 609-room tower. The parking garage is gone. Right next to that, the Western Theme. Hilton's putting in the Western Theme.
The old Shelburne site.
And I'll tell you, it's really going to be something. I want you to see these photos. Look at that.
There's a shot from Illinois and the beach, or Dr. Martin Luther King and the beach, looking at the Ocean One. There it is at
Benson
night.
Howell. How about that? And, whoop, there she is again. Whoop.
These are Atlantic City
These are
postcards.
well, they're a little high there, but look at this one here. Look at this one. Look at that one.
Right. We have booms up building the tower over Bally. Am I correct? No. What would this be?
That's the what is that?
That would be
the Renaissance.
The Renaissance or the Atlantic Palace at Kentucky and
No.
the Bulwark being built.
The Renaissance, Kentucky and the Bulwark. Atlantic Palace is at New York and the Bulwark.
Oh, I'm sorry. New York
Okay.
and the Bulwark.
That is under construction, or Renaissance, Kentucky and the boards. Here's a visitor because they got the Longo bag on the front. I remember Harry Longo and Sons. We know Davy. We know Harry. We knew Dawn, I think her name was. There's the boardwalk. Early in the morning, I guess. Otherwise, they'd be...
You can see right here, Trump Plaza is under construction. And the Shelburne is still up. They haven't dropped the Shelburne in this picture yet.
Right.
This is between Kentucky and Illinois.
about 83. Let's see how these flip. Look at that.
It's Valley Park Place.
What's that? Where are you at there?
That's the marina.
You got it.
That's the
Okay.
castle right here.
The castle.
There it is.
The castle. And marina. How about that?
That was after Hilton even had his rainbow up there, and then Hilton lost the bid and Trump grabbed the joint.
Really?
Right, see, the Coast Guard station years ago used to be right over there by Captain Starnes. Then they moved it over to here.
All right.
That's how they did things.
Let me just flip through a few, some maybe duplicates. There
Golden
you go.
Nugget.
Golden Nugget. One way and the other.
Right.
There's no theater.
Looking west.
No additional 300 rooms being built on that, right?
Nope.
Yes, they are. Right there where that theater is, behind the theater, they're putting 300. Hilton, who just acquired all that property, is now going to put another couple of hundred more rooms on top of the 300 that they're putting onto the Bowie Grand. So we'll just keep rolling. Look at these views on the boardwalk in
That's from
Atlantic City.
Boardwalk and Park Place towards Ocean One Pier.
Here's Michigan and the boardwalk across the Schiff Brothers Garden Restaurant, etc.
Well, they ruined this car.
Well, the Western theme's going to go in there.
No, but I mean the car, the hubcap, and the
Right
roulette
on.
wheel and all that.
I remember that waitress.
Right.
Yeah, I recall seeing her out there.
It's Madeline Zenga.
All right, and there's players. Here's going back a little bit. Usually a lot of the old cars. There's the Mayflower still standing, the James's Saltwater Taffy, the apartments where all the guys yell, "Show me your shoes."
Yeah, it's up in here.
Right up in there. That started right there. And
James's Saltwater Taffy.
oh yeah,
Years ago, they blocked out these windows and just made this a blank wall for advertising. In the movie The Burglar, Dan Doré walks down this way to meet Jane Mansfield on the boardwalk.
yeah, man. Hey,
There it
this
is.
town's jumping. There's those 1964 electric rolling chairs from the World's Fair.
Right.
So it's about 65, 70 in there in that photo.
This is the main 10 at South Carolina Avenue, Steeplechase Pier with a Ferris wheel and Steel Pier leading out.
Working your way west towards $1 Million. This is $1 Million to the foreground.
Further down,
Looking
Central
east.
Pier. Steeplechase is behind it and Steel's behind that when they had to put it, the Golden Dome, because the storm had wrecked this end of the pier and they had to tear down the Marine Ballroom. And then we have Boardwalk and Park Place again, way back before gambling.
See those rolling chair lanes? Even then, the guy's on the wrong side of the thing.
Yeah.
Just keep to the right. Just don't do it, do they?
These are the larger
I have some
cars of
photos.
the 90s. There's the Resorts International. There's a full moon over Atlantic City.
Nothing new there, right?
All right.
Here's some photos there.
That's Harrah's.
Harris in the backdrop.
They built that over the creek where the little Fisherman's Wharf hamburger stand, you had to walk like 100 feet of dock out over the marshes. And who was it? The Worthingtons had a hot dog stand out there. They made a bundle there.
Hello.
They sold the wetlands before it was
rendition there. Let me just
allowed to be done.
hold that one card there, wait for.
Yeah. That's the Ocean One showing you the inside of the pier. You can see it here.
That'll change. If the planning board of the city of Atlantic City agrees, there may be rooms and casinos.
They may put hotel rooms up here on these balconies in the Ocean One Mall so that they can have hotel, and this will become a casino. Well, we'll be debating that.
Yeah, I like this rendition. I don't know if I showed it just back here a few ways, but look at that.
It's an artist's conception of what it looks like.
An artist
From
conception.
Iowa to Stenton, from Stenton to Brighton, from Brighton to Morris.
I like this one again, just to get back to the marina, let them see that. I
That's
like
from
that.
from back of the marina. There's Tom Battles' boat that he lived on way before the change.
Different one. Here's a bus. Look at a jitney stop here in the corner there. It says Jitney Stop.
Jitney Stop, Boardwalk and Park Place. This is before the amphitheater went in. This is way early in gambling. Bally's Park Place.
Hello. Way early in gambling.
Here's the parking garage for the Claridge.
I have a few of these Trump Plaza ones I want to show. They're long, but we have to put them in there. I showed these last week or so. That's from the beach.
That's Virginia Avenue and the boardwalk between Pennsylvania and Virginia and Maryland and States.
There is
that
no
large.
States Avenue anymore.
There is no States Avenue, but it's behind this particular area. There it is, looking straight up from the beach at the Taj Mahal.
Say hello to Marty Krasenstein. He's in there.
Right. And how many stories?
Oh, yes, these buildings that we're showing you, they're 33 and 37 and 42 stories high. This town is big and large now.
East of Missouri Avenue, they can go way up. So there's the Taj Mahal. They're not quite done yet. There's still steel and some of these, what they call them, onions, Russian onions.
Show that again. Look at that one. Look at that.
There it is.
If that's not uptown Atlantic City, I don't know what is.
Before you'd look up and see the little Strand and the little Seaside, but look at this thing.
Let's do a little quick tribute to the Haddon Hall.
All right.
Because the Haddon Hall was the first casino.
Here's the Haddon Hall, right here. The Chalfonnet stood right here.
That's at the end.
This is the South Carolina Avenue beach tent. Here's the boardwalk going up here. Here's the Taj Mahal and the showboat.
Now here we go with the Haddon Hall back 1906.
There's the Haddon Hall. That's how she looked.
There she blows.
When she was old, with wood, and no heating system. This is North Carolina Avenue.
Old and wood and no heating system.
There's how she looked. You can see the front steps that went in. Now what they did, here's the Strand back here. Can anybody see that old stuff?
The Strand.
There's the Strand back there. You see her?
Yeah.
Right there.
They all look the same, these buildings, back then.
Well, they were all built so that the sun shone in every window during the day.
And if you wanted more rooms and get the sun, you had them back in that way.
Well, here's the other side. Now, here's the front of the Haddon Hall. And then you see how you got private back here? The people that were given these rooms with this lawn for their disposal, and this piece here, another piece of hotel. You can see how it was. And if you look across the street, you have the Strand.
The Strand? We're going to go the other way. We're going to put the shelf on in there next to the Haddon Hall Cottage, right?
Here's the Haddon Hall.
Front lawn.
The one we just showed you with their front lawn, 300 feet to the boardwalk. Couldn't get up there if you lived. That was it. The citizens were here. Private people were here. Here's the Strand.
That's the shelf.
Excuse me, the Chalfonnet over here, which they connected to the boardwalk years later.
Connecting to the boardwalk.
There's the shot from the other direction. You can see the Child Pavilion and the main lifeguard tent, the Chalfonnet, the Haddon Hall, the Strand, and the Seaside being built.
And then, in front of the Haddon Hall Cottage, they put an arcade sort of building.
Right. In 1921, the old Haddon Hall in the background, they put a modern arcade, what they called an arcade, which is the beginning of Haddon Hall right there.
Then they put another building behind that one.
Then they put a building behind that one, while the old place is still here. See it right here?
Then they put another piece even behind that one.
Right, and then they built the other piece at the top, and then they put this piece, and the old building is still laying in there. Then they took the old building out, and there's the finished product with the arcade building.
Here's a better finished product.
There it is. Chalfonnet Haddon Hall became the first casino in Atlantic City.
We're nearing to the end of this show on Postcards Atlantic City. We've got about a minute or so. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. John and I come to you each Sunday, same time, same station. We hope you tell a friend and come back to us. And hello, how are you? You're not seeing double.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes, these were them. Big bunch of big new modern cards with a little tribute to the Haddon Hall at the end for today's show.
And the Strand.
And this, well, we didn't show the Strand, but it was in the other ones. Right. And
New York has its lady, San Francisco the Bay, Paris has its tower, London its queen. The town I was born in might change from old to new. That's something I must tell you. I've got sand in my shoes. I'll never leave Atlantic City. I'll never go too far away. I'll never leave Atlantic City. On the boardwalk, the song, people come every day, taking the salt air, walk on its beaches, might ride in rolling chairs. When they look at the brand new, think of the old days, things they used to do. Atlantic City, my hometown, I won't forget Atlantic City. I'll never leave and go too far.